I increased the resolution of the stream. Please do tell me if video is not smooth. Is it too choppy or is it watchable? This is what I would like to know. If it's not watchable, I am going back to the low resolution. And of course, I found Spectra Phantom. Yeah, could you please write in Latin letters? We do not understand Russian here. English only. So video is okay. It's smooth and the resolution is fine. I increased it to 180p. Okay. If video is okay, I guess we can continue. So you remember this guy. I wanted to have an improved suspension geometry on the front suspension, and we had hey Anton, and we had the issue of needing half a stud offset. So problem solved. It's a pretty elegant solution, and we have more than enough. It restricts travel a little bit, but that's fine because I mean this is more suspension travel than we need. This is huge in car terms. I mean this is for an off-roader enough, and our car will sit on the road like this, and then I don't know, or like this, and then this will be the suspension travel. That's more than enough. More than enough. We don't need any more. And the real car has a bump stop here somewhere that prevents the suspension traveling more. So I think that's fine. Okay, but we are not doing this today. Today we are continuing with our roof. This is for tomorrow. After we have done the roof and the body of the car is complete, this is for tomorrow. I have also I went through the car and saw huge amounts of optimization potential. So once we fit this, this will also coincide with the optimizations. No. I just put this wheel hub in just for. I mean, you could. I will replace them once the car goes on the road, but this is just to demonstrate that these can be also used. We are using the standard Lego hubs for this build, just so that we have no modified parts in the car. Basically, just to prove the point. After the car is done, then we can put modified parts on it. So, how we are going to continue? I went on and researched a little bit where the window needs to be. I was thinking how we're going to do the pillars, and fortunately for us, if we go to pictures of the car, so you can see Dropbox. You can see here that I have of course taken measurements. This time for the C pillar, I have taken measurements from the rear wheel hub. The rear window is almost square, and for the sake of stability and everything, we are going to make we are going to make it square, so that the sides of the window frame are going to prevent our pillars to move left and right. This will make our life much easier. You have, David. You haven't missed anything yet. So this will make our life easier, so we can concentrate on the slopes here. And I have approximated the location of the rear window. But we are going to look at pictures of the rear car anyway, because I'm sure that this window is not vertical. So we are going to now take a look at what this shape is on the real car. Yeah, wrong decade. There we go. Vertical, but we are going to use. So we are going to make a square frame exactly where the window ends, here on the top, and then of course the verticalness of the window, the verticalness of the angle of the window is then it's basically irrelevant, because we are not going to put a window there anyway. So basically it's determined by where we are going to draw the line here, where the trunk starts. So yeah, so let's build a frame here where the window should be, attach the roof, and then we're going to build the pillars. So the roof ends approximately long. So these are the two metrics that we are going to use to determine this area. So it looks approximately still within the tire. So this is what I need to take into account. And of course, it needs to be angled back a little bit, because the parcel shelf, so basically the rear bench, is going to be here. And let's take a look at our car. Okay, so where's my pointy? Yeah, here it is. Okay, so the location of the so the roof ends approximately here, or it should. We're going to count the studs now. Should end approximately here. So the support of the window will be somewhere here, and the window itself, since it slopes, will end approximately here. So basically this is our parcel shelf. This is our parcel shelf, and then the trunk starts here. And the pillars, of course, will go something like this. I don't know. We'll see. So, okay, let's first see how long our roof is. Come on. Okay. So, we start. This is 15 plus 2 is 17, and we need 17, and we need 3 and 6 studs. We need 6 studs from here, and I think this will be just about right. So 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is now 6 studs. So this should be 23 studs, and it's the end is approximately right. Okay. Yeah, but we are going to do it like this. So this is our roof. Even if it's not 23 studs long, maybe, because you see, we have to deal with the frame of the front window yet. And this will probably be our extra stud, or not. Who cares? Uh, According to the blueprints that I'm watching right now on the screen, because this is my screen, of course. So I'm watching the blueprints here, and I'm watching, of course, the model, and according to the measurements and the blueprints, this is about right. So we'll use this. Oh, come on. So we know how wide the window frame needs to be. So it's 19 studs. It needs to be 19 studs in width, and since most of the car is 10 studs high, but the rear of the car, so here above the wheels where the frame sits, is going to be 11 studs high. So since the window is 6 studs from our 10 stud base, this needs to be 5 studs. So the opening will be 4 studs long, 4 studs high, or should be. Let's calculate. So we start here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exactly. 4 studs high, and we start here. So, and we know exactly now where it needs to be. So this is the location of our frame, where the frame of the window starts. Okay. Of course, the frame needs to connect to the roof, and the frame will be part of the roof structure and the pillar structure. Now let's see what you're going to do. Then we can do something with the actual roof. I would prefer if it was actually made out of these, so the angles, because then it's able to take on lateral loads. But first, let's see how much 19 studs actually is. I have no idea. So 19 studs is 15 plus 4, right? 15 plus 4. Okay. 15 plus 4. Okay. I think this would be... Come on. Okay. Oh, camera, come on. Don't move. Okay. I guessed it. And the geometry in the front is going to change. So the front geometry is we're revisiting. So don't hold your breath. Um, uh, I don't know. Uh, Onions, tomatoes, cucumbers. What else? I think it's what else goes in? Sauerkraut, maybe, or something like that. And then, of course, the sauces, and I always put on chili, chili powder or chili flakes in olive oil because I like it spicy. So I don't know. Usually I take them with everything. So mm, 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 mm. What I want here is to see how to best connect this. And I think we're going to put them like this. Exactly, because it connects now to the frame. Let me just take more pins. So all of the pins. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. Right. Now let's see. Okay. We need to go one higher. Needs to be higher. So it connects to the roof. Or we need to we need some mechanism how it's going to attach to the roof, because the roof, I don't know, will be probably made out of these. And I want this, I mean, this connection is going to be square, so no need for any articulation or anything, just a normal square connection. But I want this to be pretty strong, almost as if we count on the fact that the C pillars are not going to hold any weight. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Basically, this guy can go away, just bothering us. And oh, cool. Okay. Already discovered that our roof that we have here, it slopes upwards. So this means that we're gonna have to do some work here after we're finished in the rear. This is going to see some changes, good positive changes, but once we have the rear structure, um, yeah, it'll be good. For this purpose, I'm going to make another brace here, like this, so I can disassemble the pillars here. This way, we're not going to get any tension here. So let's do this first. Very simple brace. I'm not gonna comment on that because one of the ingredients I do not want to have on my pizza is fruit. So pineapple, bananas, I do not want this anywhere near my pizza. I'm a very simple man, so I pretty much like pizza with just salami, and that's it. Sometimes just cheese is enough, but pizza with kebab meat is also nice. I had pizza with kebab meat in Finland, and it was very good. Ah, okay. Now I get it. No, I don't like seafood. I don't like seafood. But you know, to each his own. If you like pizza with some topping, I don't know, go for it. Okay, we're going to do it like this because otherwise it's not going to be square at all. Bacon is always good, no matter where. On pizza, eaten like that, or whatever. Okay. Yeah, right. This changes the geometry quite a bit. Yep. We needed to do this. Absolutely. That had to be done. Okay. Yeah. That changes the front significantly. So I put now the braces in, and of course before we had the I put the brace in the into the door hinge, which of course is half a stud offset, and that's I didn't see it because the body flexes so much, and yeah, now that it's square, this is much different. Oh, come on. Yeah. So good. Now we can do this. Wow. Okay. I like Nutella and I like pizza, but Nutella on pizza. I mean, yeah, Nutella with pizza dough. I can see the appeal. I can totally see the appeal. Okay. Let's just put this in for reference. You know what I like here at our place? There's they have pizzettas, which basically they're a pizza dough with garlic on top, and then baked and olive oil. This is fantastic. I love it. Okay, we're now going to fake this a little bit. Okay. Okay. Let's see how this looks and feels. Oh, that's how it's called. Okay. Yeah, I like garlic with pizza bread, and it's just that, just pizza dough and garlic. And when I eat pizza, I always glaze the crust with oh god, okay. I glaze the crust with olive oil. I love olive oil on pizza crust. Yeah, but garlic bread is something different. It's not the same. Garlic bread is basically bread, where you glaze the bread with olive oil, put garlic on it, and then bake it. But that's pizza dough. It's pizza dough with garlic on it and olive oil. No, pizza bread is something different. Pizza bread is basically, well, what it says, bread that's I don't know, that has pizza ingredients on it, and then it's baked. That would be my interpretation, but what do I know? So this is pretty much solid. Very nice, very solid. Okay, our looks kind of like 80s or 90s Chrysler, where they had the K cars, where they had just basically a roof pillar here and then a square boot. But okay, so now for our C pillars. The C pillars need to be of course angled like in the front. Otherwise, it's going to look horrible. But the problem with the C pillars, if we take a look here at our drawing, we'll get thinner, or the slope inwards in two directions, so from the side and from the top. This is going to be quite interesting, to say the least, to replicate. But first, let's approximate where they have to be, and then let's deal with this. So the front of the pillar needs to be 6 studs in from the from come on, what are you doing, Dropbox? This is where the front pillar begins, and it ends yeah, approximately where the door. Okay, we're back. Sorry, where did I lose you? I was just talking about where the pillars need to be. So front pillar is basically, front edge of the pillar is where the door jamb is, and the rear edge of the pillar starts with the roof and is 16 studs away from where the front pillar starts. So this is our measurement. Oh yeah, interesting in quotation marks. It's very difficult to make. So I'm glad we have this guy, so we don't have to really worry about the structural structure of this. Basically, this guy is providing left and right support, and front and rear support is going to be part of the job of the C pillars. And they need to be. I mean, the front of the C pillar is going to be. The front of the C pillar is going to be approximately of the same. I mean, we're going to do it the same angle as the front pillar, so the A pillar. This is irrelevant for us because the body is going to go a little bit out here because of the wheels. Otherwise, the suspension cannot work. But the location of the rear one needs to be 23 studs in. Oh god. Okay. We're going to deal with this when we get there. So first, front. Front pillar needs to be angled the points where it needs to attach at each end. My favorite food. Whew, that's difficult. I mean, I have so many favorite foods. Pizza, of course, but no, that's not really my favorite food. I really like pizza. I really like burgers, but that's not my favorite food. Phew, what would it be? Oh, I don't know. Probably, I don't know. You got me there. I don't know. Some sort of fast food, I guess, or steak. Steak would also count. Okay. No, not really. Not really. Um, I enjoy chili con carne as well, and that's what I can make. That's also very good. Okay, so let's concentrate. Stop the food talk. Not really hungry right now. Um, yeah, that I like, yes, but it's not my favorite. Doesn't count to my favorite foods at all. So okay, let's concentrate, people. Stop the food talk. You're distracting me. You cannot eat Lego. Okay, we need to turn. We need to turn this guy around because that's the attachment point of our C pillar. Yeah, this guy needs to be modified heavily because exactly where this guy mounts here is where our C pillar is going to mount. So we need to turn it around and move it. Come on. Okay. Turn it around. Like that. And like that. And this guy needs to be turned around as well. There we go. Okay, so now we have room for attaching our C pillar here. Let's now leave the other side as it is. We don't need it because this is all located, and we're going to do this side first, and then we can replicate this on the other side. Okay, so the first leg of the C pillar attaches approximately here, and it needs to end 6 studs away from the axle. So 6 studs away from the axle is where it needs to be attached on the car. So it's this is including the axle stud. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is, if I look at it perfectly, here. Okay. So it's here exactly. Oh god. My god, why does this always stick so hard? Okay, just for reference. So these blue pins are where our C-pillar is supposed to be. So like that. We can of course clearly see that the geometry as is here does not add up at all. And one part that we need to keep in mind is that this guy here should be or could be one stud further up. And of course, since we need to attach the side of the car here, this guy here, which definitely is going to be made out of these because this looks just perfect, with this edge, which is basically it's exactly what the Charger edge looks like. Obviously, this needs to be angled in, and we need to make some mounting here that it's going to sit beneath this, just like in the front, somehow beneath this guy. So basically, if we look at the suspension travel, which is nice, we're going to have to modify this edge a lot. So I don't know if we can keep this, but we're going to make first a hinge here and see where it needs to go here. And of course, keep in mind that the hinge here needs to be small-ish because we're not going to have the B pillar, and this guy here, well, on the rear car you basically not even see it. So that's our problem. Well, problem. Now how to do this? Tricky. The perfect solution would be if we could have a ball joint here. A ball joint would be ideal, but a ball joint would really bring a lot of problems with it. I mean, in the end, if we had ball joints on each end here, and then for the rear pillar, that would solve it. But putting a socket here is tricky. Putting a ball joint socket here is tricky. I'm thinking what to do. How to approach this? I mean, the obvious thing would be, of course, using this. By the way, is a test question: is the stream still as watchable and smooth? That's not the dumbest idea I've heard. That's actually, yeah, I didn't consider using the small ball joints. I was thinking more of the bionicle ones, But yeah, that's actually not a bad idea at all. I like it. I like it a lot because that's actually the only way we can do this. And maybe, just maybe, that's what we're going to use for the A pillars as well. But let's do one thing at a time. But yeah, since this guy does not need to carry the lateral loads, a ball joint here would be good because the lateral loads are of course taken care of by our frame here. Good. Okay. By the way, do these exist in black? Do these exist in black? Okay. If they do exist in black, that would be perfect. Then I need to get some in black. And that's going to be the end of it. So ball joint in. Okay. This guy in. Okay, so let's pretend that this is chrome. I don't know. Okay. Ball joint in. And okay. So the ball joint needs to be where this lift arm is. So here. Oh, okay. Uh, I increased the resolution. Is it better? Is it a better resolution than the past streams? Mhm. This obviously isn't working. Let's see. Does this even work? Okay, already the first problem here. So we need to devise different solution for this corner here. Something simple that extends this and doesn't use a lot of bricks, so that we can basically okay, wait, it needs to be here, so we need to remove this guy. Okay, so we can use 3 studs. Okay. Okay. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay, we'll, I mean, we can pretend that this is the chrome edge of the pillar, or I don't know. Hey Marco, um, the transmission will be done when the body is done. Okay. um, One thing that we could do is if we offset this one stud inwards, and then we can use a black face here. But I would not do this because this gray part will be visible when you view the car from the top anyway. So we can, in this case, we can as well make a gray edge to the windscreen, and then down the windscreen, so we have a chrome, kind of a chrome surround around the opening. So yeah, we'll use this. I don't know. It's good enough. Good enough for me. Ah, of course. This is going to get slightly complicated here. Yeah, I know of that link, but that's not what we're going to use. Yeah, the problem with black bionicle joints is that they are huge, and right here we don't really have the room for them. That's uh, that's what I'm afraid of. Okay, good. Now we can have this guy. Oh, right. Now I forgot where it needs to be. It needs to be, come on, here. Huh. Okay. Just experimenting right now. This is just see where we're at. Will be interesting. First, I'm curious if the geometry here somehow turns out to be what we need, or not. Holy shit. Okay. Do you see that? Oh my god. That's perfect. That's perfect. Oh my god. I'm like a small child. That's brilliant. Now, I don't know what we're going to do with this now that it's in this position. But yeah, that looks what it should be. That looks pretty damn good. We can even use this guy here, like that. Then, come on. and like that. Yep. Okay. This is good. I am not sure if this is going to pan out if I combine them. There's no way that this connects. That's not gonna work. But this is good. This is good. I like that. I like that. Of course, now that we have done this, there's a gigantic room for optimization here, because we need to continue the panel to the rear here, and we should, just like that. We're going to extend the lift arm to the rear, because the rear part of our pillar is also going to mount there. And we'll see. Maybe we can. Maybe this will allow us to somehow, have a pinhole here, a pinhole here, and then attach a panel that combines both. I don't know. There's I don't know, slopey panels like this, and I don't know, the triangular panels. Maybe we can do something with them. That's going to be quite interesting how this is going to work. Okay, so let's deal with this so we can extend this lift arm to the rear, and then attach our second part of the C pillar, and then we'll see. Then I don't know. We'll see. Maybe there's a way to have both combined, or I don't know. I'm open for ideas. Okay, so first we're going to remove this guy. Because obviously this needs to be shorter. This guy needs to connect. I mean, we need a connection between two lift arms somewhere here, approximately. Or if we extend this guy so far that, yeah, that would be the better option, probably. So we need to extend this guy just enough that we have 3 studs here. Okay, this guy is probably going to be cancelled. The 1 stud is here, and then we can use 3 studs towards the edge. Okay, which ones do we need? Yeah, this is 2 studs less. So we need this guy. Come on, go in. Okay, okay. I could, but the problem is, what about here? If I put the gray frame with extra length in here, I cannot mount this. But this is okay. See? Now we can extend the car to the back. Yeah, I must admit, that's pretty much the best part Lego ever made. Oh, come on. Mm, okay, there we go. See how optimized this already is. Very good. Okay. And there's our muscular shoulder. Uh, I don't know. What should I think? I think that Lego often, the designers often run into blind corners, and then they design parts for a specific model without thinking about other models, which which then makes parts too specific for a purpose. That's that's something I don't like. Um, I like parts to be like here, uh, really universally applicable. Okay, so let's continue with the rear part of our C pillar. This is looking this is looking pretty good. I think everything is nice and square. Nice and square. Okay, so we know that the attachment point for this guy, for the rear guy, needs to be 16 studs away from this. So 16 studs. So if this is 15, this is where the rear needs to mount. And of course, the top of the rear mounts here somewhere. Basically, we can choose. I don't know. I guess we can pick and choose where it is. Um, but no. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Okay. Oh yeah, those pins are great. I love them. Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out on this. So to make our life easier, you see, uh, since this is a Lego car and we can take some liberties with our approach, we don't have to replicate everything one to one like it is in a real car. Uh, let's say, let's say that this is 19 studs. So we add 2 studs to this, or even 3 studs to 4 studs to get 23 studs here. So I want the trunk to be 23 studs. What if, and our roof is 23 studs wide, what if just the rear window instead of 19 studs, 21 studs wide, and then the rear of the C pillars is straight, so it has no angle in it. And then we figure out how to combine connect the rear pillar with the front angled pillar. What do you think about it? I like the idea. It would make things a lot easier. A lot easier and a lot simpler. And it would look just as good. Nobody would notice the difference. It's a Lego model, so it needs to look the part, not be 100% accurate. When you look at it, it needs to look, oh yeah, that's a Dodge Charger, no doubt about it. Yeah, it will make our life much easier. So basically, 23 studs here. The pillar starts at 23 studs, so exactly at the edge of the roof, and goes back. Let's see. Well, it's the angle is not really going to be to look that much better. It's really going to be irrelevant. If we insist on the angle, it'll just complicate things much more. And we can basically, I was thinking, if we would combine, for example, or bind together this guy with this guy in the rear with bionicle joints, because keep in mind that this is then going to be hidden under a panel with bionicle joints, or just we need just one connection from this to this, so we can put a panel on this or something like that. Yeah, and we are not going to mess with proportions. All of this here is going to look like it's the real car. Only people who really know will know that there's an angle, but these angles are so hard to recreate in Lego, so we really need to take some liberties. Because if you look at the drawing again, there's so many angles that we just cannot recreate, and it's going to just mess with our build, and they are unnecessary for our Lego purposes. The model is not going to be any better with those angles. It's just going to be more complicated for no real reason. So simplify where we simplify where we can, but we keep the proportions of the real car where it's required. So let's do this. Again, let's count the studs. So this is 13 and 6 is come on, 13 and 6 is 19. We need 4 studs more for 23, right? Probably, I don't know. Yeah, Lego would do just this, and then all of this the design would be made with soft axles. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it. Okay. So this is, let's count again. This is 13. Yes, this is a 13, and 6 is 19. And we need 19, and then it's 20. Wait a minute. Oh God, come on. I'll need to make myself again one of those measurement devices. So 15 minus 4, so these are 11s, and we need one more for 23. Okay. I sometimes I just prefer it to be visual. That's why that's easier. Okay. So let's take a look at our roof. Okay. Yeah. So 2 studs. Okay. And then our C pillar starts here. And it needs to join this guy. I think this looks pretty much like a charger. Let me just attach this and then let's have a tour. Let's see. Okay. What if we attach it here? One step further down the road, because this is going to be hidden under the panels. No. Okay, yeah, this geometry will be a little bit trickier. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about using soft axles with these, so we can actually, so we can make the hump, because this is just straight, and I would use soft axles here and here, so we can actually make an arch that slopes upward and of course outward, just slightly, not nothing fancy, just slightly, but a rigid construction like this does not allow this. uh, so yeah, we may use soft axles for this. We'll see. This is going to be then the final touch. There's no time. They are under pressure. They need to deliver more. We need more sets to sell every year. We need new sets. It's not like in the past where designers could really think about sets, and then the sets were perfect. Look at the Osprey, the new plane that got pulled from the shelves. Uh, have you all seen the design flaw that it has with the gears in the gearbox? I mean, how you use it for 20 minutes and the gears already deform? Did nobody test it? We are going to have holes in the body anyway. That's unavoidable. It cannot be perfect. But it's black, so and it's Technic. So you remember how Technic cars were back in the day, so there were holes. We cannot make it perfect. In any case, there will be holes here in the C pillar somehow. I don't know. Um, Now, looking at all of this, this guy needs to be one stud further inwards because it's really, the roof needs to be 23 studs wide, and this is at 23 studs. So I would go here inside. Yeah, the color mismatches are, they're part of the manufacturing process because they produce parts all around the world where it's cheapest and not in Europe anymore. And then they combine parts from different factories. And then one factory uses this shade of green, the other uses that shade, and then you get a mismatch. And if they produced everything in the same factory, it would be all the same. But you know, hey, Neppert, thanks. But we are just in the process of adjusting things a little bit. Um, okay, so this guy needs to start here. Okay, further inside. So what we can do, the the most painless option would be for us to do this. Of course. Of course. Okay. So we moved it a little bit inside, which is okay. Now, if we try to uh, do some suspension in here, you see that this guy bends upward. So what we need to do here, of course, there will be a trunk, of course. The rear part of the shackles for the suspension needs to be dealt with. Something that we dismissed before because it was not really on the agenda. Now we have to deal with it. So this guy needs to be removed because here is the fuel tank where this is. And the fuel tank in our car will be the battery box. So uh, we need to make room for the battery box, and then we need to support the trunk with the side panels and somehow so that we stop this flexing. This is not what we want. And of course, we're going to combine all of this with the pillar here. So the support of the pillar here is also going to be supporting the leaf springs. So because it's the area, so it coincides approximately in the same area. But let me try something first. I want to see if come on. Again, 16. Yeah. It can be either here or here. I don't know where the best geometry is. Which part? Definitely not. This part at the moment is really not what we need. But let me see if we can do something here. No. Sadly not the right angle. Not the right angle. But I'm just curious now if this is going to work. Okay. This seems to be working. But I'm going to double check, of course, with the instructions, I mean with the blueprints. Let's see. 16 studs. 16 studs from the anchor point. Come on. Hold. 16 studs from the anchor point of this. Yeah. No, it needs to be. It's too far away. It needs to be closer. Sixteen studs is. Oh yeah, but 2 studs it needs to be. Basically, if it's like this. Yeah, it needs to be here. So basically 1 stud. Let's see. Okay. I think that's gonna be it. But no. It's pulling it up. It's pulling it up. That's not the way it has to be. We have half a stud. Half a stud is the difference. How to pull this off? For stiffening the chassis, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But I don't see it right now. But maybe, yeah, maybe to stiffen the trunk. But, you know, we have these. That's better. Okay, so what we are going to do is we're going to stiffen the chassis first, so that we can combine these 2 rails, and then it's going to be easier, you know, to see where this guy needs to meet the rail. Oh, come on. So, what can we do here? So this is going to be our trunk floor. These are the frame rails, the trunk floor. We need to see that this is going. These are called shackles. So, leaf spring shackles. And it would be perfect if we could do this. I mean, these are the shackles, and these we need to support from both sides. So we need to find a way to combine all of this. I'll let you think about it, and I'm having a pee break. I'll be right back. There we go. I'm back. Well, we're going to have enough space here. There's going to be more than enough space here. Trust me. There's, you see, uh, the the frame rails. This is the bottom of the car. So the frame rails leave 4 studs in this direction, and then there's going to be an additional 1 stud here towards the trunk floor. So we have a 5 stud. The battery box can be basically as deep as the as one of the frames here. I don't know if there's a Lego battery box that's this big. So there's more than enough room for a battery box. Trust me. So, what would be the most efficient way to do the trunk? Because I would like the trunk to be usable, not just not just. I want it to be usable, not just an area, but you know that if you put something in the trunk, it doesn't really fall into nothingness. So we could, I don't know, have something here. We could support it like this, and then we could have, I don't know, these in the same plane as the trunk floor or above it. That's the question now. And of course we need to have something here. Okay, just a moment. Need to check. Okay. Yeah, maybe not, because this is going to interfere with it. Okay, so whatever we put here needs to be above this, because if I do this guy in here, then the differential casing will collide with it. Well, the trunk on the real car is also big, so there's that. It's long. It's an American car, so it's a long trunk. But yeah, so if we want to do this, we are going to get rid of those here, and this guy here is going to extend, so that we can basically make the trunk floor here, so one stud above these. But since it's easier to mount the panels here, yeah, we're going to do it like this. That's the best approach. So some remodeling is going to happen, as it's already customary here on this channel. Okay, we don't need this anymore. Okay, and we are going to, what are we going to use here? Well, temporarily or permanently, we're going to use something like this, something like this. Yeah, not for long. So I would use this guy here. Okay. Okay. Maybe, yeah, maybe we can even use it like this. Okay. And the other one. There we go. Some part of the trunk. So it's going to extend a little bit further, but yeah. Okay, that's nice. So now let's deal with this guy, with these guys. They need to be okay. There we go. So we want them to be here. Okay, how do we do that? So we need a 4-stud link here and 4 studs here. And of course this guy is going to connect right to this here. Okay, yeah, somewhere here, I guess, to start the fender. It would be perfect if we could combine this stuff, but doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like we can. Yeah, that's not gonna fly either. So we're going to use, yeah, there's really no other way. We need to use this guy as it is now and another one like it on the other side. That's the only way. Let's see what happens. Okay, now let's turn it around. So we get rid of this. No longer needed. Get rid of this. Also no longer needed. Now we can use, instead of the axle, we use this guy. And we do it like, come on, sit. Okay, there we go. Do it like this. And repeat on the other side. Okay, see, now there's a huge area here where the battery box can sit, like the fuel tank in the real car, without interfering with anything. Oh, it's already better. Yeah. Now we just need to combine this into something. Okay, so the trunk is going to be like in the real car. It's going to be huge in area, but not really deep. Yeah, a huge amount of battery boxes can be put in here. Probably even, I don't know, yeah, 2 at least. But it also depends which one. Which one. There's still a debate going on which system we're going to use. Uh, I don't know. Power functions, powered up. I don't know. I'm open for everything. Okay, so this guy here, I want to make something here that can be removed so that we can change the shackles if necessary. So what would happen here is we would have a lift arm going up to it and then another small lift arm being connected here so that we can disconnect the small lift arm and change this without having to dismantle half of the car like it's usual in Lego. Uh, so that's what I would do. Well, but these buoys and what's the other S-brick, these are just ways to connect the system to your phone. Uh, I was more thinking more about the motors and batteries. That's my main concern. Hmm? Okay, so this is the right height. Okay, let's leave this out for now, but let's focus on this. This was the main concern before. Okay, so I'll just do a contraption here, something just to connect this to this, so that it stays still and doesn't move. Well, I don't know. I don't have enough experience with those to really judge. So I mean we are going to investigate this together. Well, to make Marco, when we make this remote controlled, we're going to abandon our approach with Lego stuff. So uh, we are going to use original Lego motors and batteries, but the way we connect the car to the phone, uh, that's a different matter entirely. Mhm. Hmm. Oh, for fuck's sake. Let's not limit ourselves too much. Um, oh, okay. Buoys is both. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. Okay, nice. So this is now fixed to doesn't move anymore as it did. So we can better judge where this needs to be. Okay. Again, I need to pin where it is. So 16 here needs to be here. Whew, okay. Yeah, that's not cheap. Not cheap, I must admit. My God, finding you see, finding the a geometry that will work here is going to be quite a challenge. Hmm. What could we try? I'm, to be honest, I'm out of ideas. So while I'm thinking, let's replicate exactly this setup on the other side. Okay. Which parts are this? Let's take a look. Maybe. Just let me make room here for the car. Put everything on the other side. No, I don't. Okay. So let's replicate the other side. Maybe, when we replicate the other side and have a tour of the car, maybe we are going to get some ideas. how this can stay. Okay, this goes away. Let's see. Okay. As soon as we finish this, so replication of the other side, we're going to look into those parts. Okay. Okay, here's the other one, and the ball joint. Okay, this actually does support the roof. Very nice. Which open space? This one or this here? Here, where the wheel is. Yeah, we're counting on the window frame to do the support. I mean, it's all working together. We in the last stream we said that we need to do the C-pillar to see what we need to change in the front. So we need to connect this stuff yet. That's our next agenda. So right now I'm just replicating this. We need to fix this guy here, and after we fix this guy, we move to the front to our unsolved mystery here. In which part? I mean, here. You mean here, or here? Here. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Let me just see if I have replicated everything correctly. Ah, yes. Okay, just this guy left. Oh, the sides. You mean the rocker panel? You mean these guys here? Well, here we're going to put a 7 stud slope. I mean slope. 7 stud sloped panel. Okay. Now let's see what we're going to do here. What were the suggestions? Parts. Dan, can you make a picture of what you suggested? That would be great. A picture is worth more than 1,000 words. Um, so we need half a stud here. Half a stud. Half a stud offset. How to achieve it here? That's quite a difficult area to do that. Wait. Wait just a moment. Just a moment. I got an idea. Have an idea. Let's see. let me show you what I have come up with. So basically, this. We'll see. Let's just attach it and see what happens. Just to check geometry. Wait. Problem is that it's too low. It needs to be. Hold on. Maybe it needs to be like this. Again, checking where it needs to be. This might work. This might work. Voila. So, okay, here. Yep. Perfect. That's it. That's our connection. It is. It is, and it's going to get even more solid after we make the A pillars. Then it's going to be really solid. And keep in mind that our roof is just a contraption, a temporary something. So okay, this is pretty good. Pretty good. Yep, that's the idea. That's the idea. So this guy. I'm going to support the roof here just to make sure that we have a perfect distance. So that we're not being led astray by wishful thinking. Let's call it like that. Oh, it's going to when you throw it out of the building, Lego pieces would shatter so much. Okay, so we have the height. Okay, and after we do this, then we can have a tour, so you can see the proportions of the car better. Okay, the other side as well. We need to support both sides. Oh. Yeah. So right now you could support it by the roof, but the roof is flimsy, so the roof needs finishing. That's the big issue at the moment. Okay. So now all this is supported, and there's no more wishful thinking here. So the roof is supported. We know exactly where it needs to be. We have the side supported, so the car cannot cave in. And now let's see what we can do about mounting this guy. My job is I am yeah the once we remove this, then it'll be a unibody, but until this is not removed, it's not. I work as an IT technician. I repair computers, manage networks, that's that sort of stuff. Mm, okay. Now let's experiment again with a few things. Obviously, we're going to have to modify the A pillar a little bit. That's probably not going to not be avoidable. Probably. Because the situation here is it's not ideal, let's say. Let's call it like that. It's not ideal. But you can already see by the way the roof and the A pillar are interacting how much stronger this is gonna be when they're combined. Hmm. Interesting. Again, as usual, I'm open to ideas. I'm just thinking to myself what to do. What to do here. I mean, it's tricky because the A pillars are about level with the roof. That's okay. But we have that nasty half stud offset again. Let me just take a look at the blueprints again. Hmm. Yeah, we have several problems. We have several problems. And we are going to have to redesign something. So let me just turn the car around so I can compare what I see on the screen with the windscreen and this. Okay, so one thing is certain: our windscreen as it is now is too steep. So what we need to do is we need to have the windscreen slightly lower. This is going to improve our odds immensely. No, that would not make it easier at all. Not in this case. Uh, Not in this case. But I'm thinking of using these. thinking of using these, but I don't know how to install them, because that would require a whole lot of different things to happen. Okay, yeah, definitely. We need, our windshield is too steep, so we need to have it less steep as it is now. That's the first order of business. So let's recreate what we did before. So we need to recreate this corner, and then we can play with the angle here. And what I'm doing is I'm eyeballing it to what I see on the screen. Once we get this right, maybe once this is right, these two are going to be much closer to match, if you know what I mean. So let's do this first. Let's make the windshield less steep, and then we'll see. Yeah, back to the bottom mounts. These are very important. A-pillar bottom mounts, very important part of the car. I don't sell modified valves for one very simple reason. There's so much work involved in modifying valves, because some people don't buy just 4, they buy 10 or whatever, and then I'm just modifying valves, and I cannot. It's modifying valves. Is something I rather not do. I sell modified cylinders only, but I have tutorials how to modify valves, so shouldn't be really too difficult to do it. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just too much work. I mean, sometimes at the beginning, when I offered this, people were ordering, like, I don't know, small amounts, and then there were orders for 12 and I don't know how many valves per customer, and several people ordered at once, and then I was basically just modifying valves the whole day long, and it's it's really not a pleasant experience to do so many valves at once. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's get a little bit closer. So that's the setup we have on the car now, and we need to have it a little less steep than this. So let's say we find a geometry that is something like this, or maybe as I initially wanted, that this guy here, see, these guys are parallel. This would be ideal. So let's see what we can do, if there is a way to make the geometry work. I it needs to mount of course here, because if it mounts here, there's not enough torque, so this can then freely move, and we do not want that. This needs to be as stiff as possible. Yeah, but you know, I don't feel very good when I overprice stuff. I should make cylinders more expensive because cylinders are right now. I basically don't make any money on the cylinders. I really don't earn much because um, they are expensive to buy, and I have to modify them and send them, and I already buy them for basically the same amount of money that I sell them. And same with the engines. The engines, I mean, I'm not gonna increase any prices at all, but the engines as well. I mean, all the parts that are in the engines plus the work, uh, it's pretty much what the engine price is. I mean, I could hardly make the engine really that much cheaper, regardless of engine now. Okay, let's make another one of these because I want to compare the angles. I mean, Marco, what would you consider a high price for the valves? Let's let's see. What would you consider a high price for the valves? Um, why would I use this? Problem is that you are thinking two-dimensional. I'm thinking three-dimensional. You see, if I use that part, uh, the problem is how do I then make that angle? I can't. The part that you suggested is limiting us way too much. Yeah, but what would be, for example, just give me a number. What would be a higher price? What would you consider a higher price where people would say, "Oh, maybe yeah, I need just 4, not 20." Okay, so let's compare these two. Okay, so this guy here is angled much more. And now let me do. I'll show you what I'm doing. Uh, like let's eyeball for the valves. For the valves, I think the valves were something like €7. I don't know. Okay, let's let's eyeball the angle. So what I do is I try to put it close to the monitor and take a look at. Oh my god! Okay, this Ah, come on. So this what we got here. This is perfect. This is exactly what the real car has. This is exactly the angle that we need. That's perfect. We only have. I would like to make this tiny bit smaller. Tiny bit smaller, maybe. Then again, yeah. If it was tiny bit smaller, that would be great. That would be great. But I don't see it. Hmm. Um, the new versions of the cylinders are exactly the same. The only differences are on the outside. Yeah, I guess we'll use this. We'll use this. There's no. I don't see a better alternative right now. Okay. Now let's take this out. I'm really curious how this modification that we just did or are about to do is going to affect the relationship of the A pillar and the roof. This will be really interesting to see. Yeah, I mean, we're doing this. If it's easy, we're just going to fix this to the roof, and then we'll make a tour of the car, and we're done for today. So should be quick. Okay. This, and then we need this. Yeah, we'll see, but we have to deal with something else as well. Okay. You wouldn't imagine how many pins are going into this construction. It's just pins, pins, pins without end. Okay. Ah, okay. This one. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. Okay. All right. That's different, certainly. It doesn't really solve the problem. And this guy needs to be adjusted in height as well, because it's now way too low. It's out of position because it's kinda, yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's out of position. It's actually pretty light. So, yeah, let's have a tour and call it a day. Okay. I mean, it does look like a charger already. Needs work, of course, but I can see it. I can totally see it. No, I have not made a room tour, but that's there's not really much to see. This room, I don't know. If you want to see it, there's Lego stuff, shelves, the lathe, so car, and then there's just stuff. Then there's some more Lego boxes here in the corner. And here we are. We definitely need to make a mechanism or a friction stuff for these, because these actually do adjust themselves. So, but I already thought about it, so it's gonna be very easy. No difficulties. And in the next episode, we are going to. I'll try to think of something to do the A pillar myself, maybe. And in the next part, we need to then do this. So convert this guy. So everything here is one stud lower, except the wishbone. I mean, no, the wishbone is going to be one stud lower as well. Everything needs to be one stud lower, so that we can have this guy on top, and then the hood closes over this, and the geometry will then also be much closer to what it should be. Yeah, the front, the A pillar definitely needs work. Yeah, I don't know. So, the next episode, maybe tomorrow. I'll see. If not tomorrow, then the day after tomorrow. I'll announce it. I'll see what my schedule is, if I have time, but hopefully tomorrow, if not on Tuesday. And yeah, I see you in the next installment of our charger build. You are welcome.